Hello everybody and welcome back to Linda Tina TV. If it's not your first time here, if it is your first time, hello there, I see you. Do consider subscribing if you haven't done that already and join the LT family. So I've had a few of my subscribers ask me, how do you get a visa from Uganda to Italy? I've also had a few people from different parts of Africa ask me, how do you get the Schengen visa? What do you need? Some guidelines. So I thought I'd make a video out of that. I actually promised a few people that I would make a video to specifically answer these questions. I'm going to just give simple tips and things you need to know before you apply for the visa. This does not guarantee that you will get the visa, but at least, you know, there's some common mistakes or some things you may not know if it's your first time that you may find helpful in this video. If that sounds good, then stay tuned.
You trying to make me, I wanna leave and you're making, yeah. I try to see the one I need to love.
First thing I want to point out is that you don't need a travel agency to help you process the visa, to help you go through the process. Obviously, if you're that kind of person who doesn't want to do things yourself, that's fine. But I just want to let you know that it's not necessary. What you pay them to do is something you can do on your own. All you need to do is go to the official website, depending on which country you're in, and download the forms that you need to fill in, obviously, and then also all the requirements of what you need to attach when you apply for the visa are there. Just go to the official website and download everything. So what I'm going to talk about is the reasons why the visa is usually denied and things you want to pay attention to when you hand in your documents for the visa. I got denied actually the first time I applied for the Italian visa 10 years ago, but that's a story for another day. I start with this one because it's one of the most common reasons why the visas get denied. You need to prove that you have no intentions to stay in the country that you plan to visit and that you are coming back to your country. And you can do this by showing proof of employment, a letter from your employee, some pay slips. If you're a student, a letter from your school, transcripts from your school, or if you have children, if you're married, if you have your own business, tax certificates, anything to prove that you have attachments in your country that you must come back to. Next, also very important, is proof that you can afford the trip that you're planning to take and you can sustain yourself while you're in the country that you're going to visit. This can be done in two ways. Attach your bank statements that show obviously an amount of money that makes sense, that can cover the trip, your tickets, you know, the whole travel cost. Or you can have a sponsor, which can be your mom, your dad, your partner, your sister, your brother, whoever it is that is going to be sponsoring this trip, that is going to be covering the travel costs and sustaining you while you're in that country. It could also be someone you're visiting in that country. If you're visiting a sister, if you're visiting a partner, that person needs to prove that they are going to be taking care of your trip, and it always goes down to how much money is on those bank statements. Now, when people are applying for visas back home, they always get it wrong that you need to have a very big amount of money. That's not entirely true, but also you need to have an amount of money that makes sense. So you need to have an amount of money that shows, if someone broke down this amount of money, it shows that it's enough and you won't be stuck in that country and you won't be pushed to work or look for any sort of employment in that country that you're planning to visit because you have enough to sustain you. I hope that makes sense. Number 3 is proof of accommodation. So are you going to be staying at a hotel? If you are, then you need to show reservations at that hotel for the amount of time that you're going to be staying in that country. You can do this with any travel agency, with any of the websites, travel websites that we have, booking.com, TripAdvisor. You can do it directly with the hotel, but you need something that shows that you're going to be staying at this particular address. Alternatively, you could be hosted by someone. Maybe you're going to visit a sister, maybe you're going to visit a boyfriend. They need to have a proper address that you will attach to your documents when you hand in for the visa. and that person better be legal in that country, because then that would create another story altogether. So someone who's legally in a country and has proper accommodation and is going to host you, you need that address. Just to add on the point of the hotel booking, I know many people are worried about losing their money in case they are denied the visa. Just be aware that you can make a booking without making any prepayment for it, and then you can cancel it anytime. There are many options on there, so don't be worried about that. Then lastly is the travel insurance. You can go to any insurance company and they'll take care of that. There is an amount you pay depending on what kind of visa you are requesting. And this amount doesn't mean the amount it covers. You just pay a specific amount for the insurance, because I've had someone ask me this. They said, oh my God, I need to pay 30,000, 40,000 euros for my insurance. And I told them, no, that is the amount the insurance is gonna cover in case anything happens to you. But there is a much smaller amount, obviously, that you pay for the, the package. So you just go to an insurance company, tell them what kind of visa you're applying for, and they will take care of that. As I end this video, I want to point out a few things. One, be sure of the dates that you ask for when you request the visa, because usually they'll give you those exact dates that you asked for. At least that's what happened to me when I applied for my first Schengen visa to Italy. And then the other thing is the Schengen visa lets you visit very many different Schengen states. So you can enter even from another state, but it's important that your point of entry is the country from whose embassy you asked for the visa, if that makes sense. If you ask for the Schengen visa from the Italian embassy, your point of entry should be Italy. I know that there are people who have entered through different countries, like they ask for a Schengen visa from the French embassy and then they go through Italy, but I would personally advise that the embassy from which you ask the visa is also your point of entry. Then from there you can travel to the other states. And then the other thing is that the embassy, by law, is obliged to tell you why they have denied you a visa if they do so, and you have the right to appeal. So remember that denying you the visa the first time doesn't mean you'll never visit this country. Look into the reason why you were denied this visa, then you can reapply, or you can also appeal. I hope this video was helpful to someone out there. If you guys want me to share with you the story about my first request for the Schengen visa to Italy, and that was when I was planning to come and visit my boyfriend, who is now my husband, I was denied. I can tell you that story if you want to. Just let me know down in the comment section. Otherwise, have a good day, have a good morning, and see you in my next one. Bye bye.